Hey guys, this is Vitaly. I just wanted to go over a little bit about virtual assistants and what they can do for us in the investment side of things, real estate investing. So I'm going to go over a few different categories and just different things that they can be involved in just to kind of lighten the load for us. So, there's an accountant and financing management. You can have them doing bookkeeping services, even payroll processing. I guess it just depends on how you have it all set up, if it's through QuickBooks or whatnot. They can do invoicing, um, take care of the expense management. If every receipt that comes through, you scan it in, and then they file it. Whether it's through certain software that you have already set up or through Dropbox. Actually, that's how I'm doing it here. Have everything, just take a picture or a scan of the receipts and just file it off into the Dropbox, and then there's specific folders for everything. They can do pricing research and comparisons. You can have them do your QuickBooks accounting, if they're certified for that, of course. Bank reconciliation, accounting, data entry, any kind of data entry that you have, that you can have them do. That'll definitely save you a lot of time. As far as utility bills and whatnot for your office location or wherever you're at. Online bank transfer sheet maintenance. I mean, there's so much that they can do, and that's just the accountant and financing management section. I mean, another thing, appointments. They can set appointments for you. Calendar management, Google Calendar or any other one on your phone, that you use. They can schedule things out. Seller appointments, buyer appointments. They make business and personal reservations for meetings. They can send out invites as well for you to, if you have a meeting with someone, they can send an invite just to confirm that, and then you'll both get the alerts on the day or the time that that meeting needs to take place. Your VAs, your virtual assistants, can also do call answering service 24/7. Just because, I mean, most VAs that people get are the Philippines or India or all those types of places where it's a different time zone than us. So when we're sleeping, there could be people calling, and they can answer the phones. But they can set a virtual reception, with the company's welcome message on the phone system. They can take messages. They can just deal with any kind of questions that people call up and have. They can schedule interviews or appointments as well. They can take the call and just transfer the number or transfer the call to you if you want them to do that. Or after hours, they can just take the message. So another category that VAs can be a part of is the research and analytics, web and internet-based links, charts and graphs, keeping track of your KPIs for the business, product or service research. I mean, they can go into the service part of the research, monitoring the competitors. If there's something that your competitors are doing that you could potentially benefit from in your part of town or wherever your business is taking place, they can monitor that for you. See, keep up with, basically keep up with what's going on, the new trends and all that. They can research travel and vacation if you have to go on there. I mean, this is for business and for personal. I mean, virtual assistants, are just useful in every category. Website creation and maintenance, they can develop new websites. I mean, they can do the updates for you on the websites, manage hosting, or just, general management services. They can do the WordPress setup. I guess it just depends on how your website's set up. So what else can they do? Email support. If you have seller lead websites and people are submitting forms, or there's a live chat option, they can ask them certain questions, and you already have certain FAQs lined up, and if there's something that they don't know how to answer, they either just forward it on to you by email or, whatnot. They can also send up follow-up, or reminder emails, kind of like autoresponder system. But if it's something that they need to, if you need to send custom to someone, whether it's a buyer, seller, or someone in your network, they're there to do that for you. You just, notify them and they do it for you. Let's see here. What else? Customer relationship management. They follow up. They follow up with clients. They follow up, to get testimonials from buyers or sellers. They follow up on appointments, making sure that everyone's going to be there at that specific time. So, they can do a lot of other things: sales, marketing, lead generation. They can do telemarketing, cold calling. I guess it just depends on the structure of your business. So you can always customize what you want your VA to do. They can order direct mail, through any of the direct mail websites. And if there's something that you constantly do the same way of, they could just do that periodically, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks. Launch those campaigns. So you can have a marketing list, going, and they just go down the list, go on Craigslist and post specific ads. They go, to this website and do this, this, and this. You can have step by step where they do routinely. You can set it up to where, you wake up in the morning, you already have certain tasks completed and you just woke up, so it's definitely something to look into. Internet marketing, email marketing, there's a lot of options. Let's see, what else? What else did I write down in my notes? Even IT support, software development. I actually had several VAs build some small programs for me that will help save me a lot of man hours as far as scraping leads off of websites, or through the public record, to kind of speed things up, get it on automation. And it can be fairly cheap, and then all you do is just maintain that program. You just pay them, every once in a while, just to do any updates. If those websites have updates, then you need to have your program do updates as well. Let me see. Spreadsheets. If you deal with Excel spreadsheets, or if you do PowerPoint, a lot of VAs are skilled with those types of things, especially most of the Microsoft products. It just depends on what you got to do. So, they can handle, depending on the VA you get, they can handle SEO for your website, or even PPC with Google. If you want to set up campaigns, some of them are knowledgeable in that category as well. So that's definitely something to look into as well. With SEO, they help with your search rankings, to where you don't have to spend so much on pay-per-click. So if they know how to do SEO really well for your local city, local community, that'll be really beneficial for you. They can do the keyword research to implement into, the blogs or the articles that you have written for your websites, or, your press releases, or, whatnot. And that really helps the rankings for your websites for your local areas. Unless you're doing something national, it'll be a bit more difficult to do it on a national scale, because it takes a lot of work. But it's definitely possible with the right keywords. The more detailed you go into something, the better results you have. Because when people specifically research, or Google search something specific to those specific keywords, you will rank much higher than generalized words. So definitely something to think about as well. Let's see, what else did I get down? They can take care of your social networking sites, your LinkedIn, your Facebook business page or personal page. They can take care of your Instagram, Twitter, whatever you have set up. You can have, kind of like a drip campaign, but with the social media sites, where they post certain quotes or certain pictures, memes, whatever it is, to get the people engaged, to interact. They can get those types of things set up for you, or you can set it up and have them just release it over time. I think there are also automated softwares that do that as well, but they're a bit more mechanical, if you know what I mean. A little bit cold, because there's no response, and people can see that it's just, being released every single day on that specific time. You kind of want to have a human touch to it. So it would definitely be good to have a VA do some part of that. Or you can, change up the times if you do want to do it with software that releases certain, drip campaigns, every week or every couple of days or every 2 weeks or whatnot. They can do video viral marketing, on websites like YouTube. You find out what your customer, what your client, the kind of client you're looking for, what kind of questions would they have? What kind of questions would your particular client have that they would be Googling, Google searching, to where you have a response for that question, and you can have VAs do that as well. They can research that kind of stuff. What would buyers or sellers be researching, and what's the solution to it? Could you provide a solution for it? They can do article submissions and they can write articles, submit them to press release websites. I think I mentioned that a little earlier too. Market research, they can find out which areas you want to be in, looking for those buyers or sellers. Which areas are the popular areas where there is business going on. You don't want to go into the zip codes or parts of town where there's just nothing going on at the moment. It'll just waste your time and money. So VAs can do that as well. Personal tasks. I mean, they can, any kind of personal task that you have, correspondence with friends, family, birthday, anniversary reminders. I mean, everything can be set up with calendars. Um, Dinner reservations, and any other kind of reservations. Like I mentioned also earlier, travel, vacation planning. They can research different resorts or places to stay, and the best prices online. And that, I mean, all those little tasks, they take up a lot of time, when you add it all up together. And you can definitely get VAs at great prices, from other countries. I mean, the money there is worth a lot more, So for example, if you're paying someone here $10, $12 an hour, there it's equivalent to about $5, $6, just depending on the country. So you're definitely getting your money's worth, and time is, what they say is money. So you are saving yourself a lot of time and money, with VAs. So I mean, think about that, guys. Those are some of the tips that I can throw at you. And I'm sure there's a lot more, but this is just to kind of get your brain fluids, flowing, just to get some ideas out there, what you can do for your business. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, you can email me at inmotionpropertygroup@gmail.com. Or if you want to connect with me, I'm on Facebook, Vitali, with InMotion Property Group. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks.